Well, with the advent of social media has arisen a slew of people who command a lot of influence, command a huge following, and many advertisers, many corporate companies are now taking their advertising dollars or shillings to the influencers and away from traditional media, or at least they will supplement their traditional, media campaigns with by engaging influencers also. So a lot of influencers are now making some good money. My question to you is, what is your assessment of how these influencers are being engaged? You, for example, look at an influencer sometimes and go, oh my gosh, this is so cheesy. Why would a company get this person to speak for their brand? Couldn't they have done it better?
Yes, but I think I do understand the move from adverts to influencers, especially. Let's take the case of the what's her name, the girl who coughs and everyone buys handkerchiefs.
Sheila Gashumba.
Kylie Jenner.
Go, Kylie.
This is what I keep. I've said this like 17 times. I am too old to know who or what a Sheila Gashumba is.
Are you sure you don't know? Oh, I follow. I'm her fan, by the way. I think she's done well for herself. She's amazing.
All I know about her is that there's someone somewhere who I'm not supposed to know about. That's it. That's it.
Okay, so Kylie Jenner.
So this is the thing, like because I think that the Kylie Jenner kind of influence works, and I think that it does make sense, because say like again the flat cap, I want people to buy my flat cap. I could tell someone to tell people, guys, go buy this flat cap.
Right. Okay.
Now, Kylie Jenner will wear the flat cap.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, the sales of flat caps are going to
go up?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason here is pretty much what modern advertising is doing, because modern advertising no longer tries to sell the product. Modern advertising tries to sell something which they associate with the product. They'll associate something people want with that product and then sell that quality, like glamour, or power, or virility, or sex appeal.
Yes.
So now I will buy the cap because Kylie Jenner wore it, not because I want a cap to cover my head. It's because I want an element of that thing which I admire about.
So Kylie what is it? Jenner. You think so? By default, it's deceptive, the whole process.
I don't think it is deceptive. I think that part of we know what we're doing when we're buying the cap because of Kylie Jenner. It's very different from someone coming and telling me that, hi, I am Kylie Jenner, and I just want to tell you that the best thing for your head right now is Ernest Bazanye's caps.
Okay,
that is very different. Kylie Jenner just wears a cap and says, you guys like me, you like things about me, include this cap is a thing about me now, and so people buy it.
So do you believe the disconnect is when the companies essentially engage influencers that may not necessarily be representative of their brands, or these influencers are taking on these brands that their audience cannot associate with them? I mean, just because it's a paid gig. So if someone comes to you and says, hey, can you promote my conference facilities at my hotel? And then if the influencer is like maybe a 20-year-old girl with a huge following, what's that going to do for that hotel?
Yes, like the story about this, I can't mention names. Was talking about we should get unit trust accounts. You save your money with. Listen, we've watched all the stories. Which it was what was this gossip show which used to be on that TV station, which I'm not going to name because I will not name brand names in this podcast, but. So everything we know about these persons is that they don't have a proper income of their own. They don't make their own money. Mm-hmm. They get money from elsewhere. And now why is she telling us how we should invest our money? Really? Come on, listen. You make this much money and you blow this much money. You're not investing. You're not even spending wisely. Anyway, I think that what happens is that the concept of influencer marketing should work if it first of all understands what it is trying to say and respects who it is talking to. Like I said, like the Kylie Jenner thing, no one is taking anyone for an idiot here. Okay, yes, they're take advantage of our gullibility, but at the same time, we are cool with that because listen, if people think that I am so easily swayed that if I just see a pretty girl with a flat cap, I'll buy a flat cap, they don't understand. No, it's because we like. They wouldn't say the same thing if it was Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, I'm going to buy things associated with Ronaldo because I like football. Mm-hmm. What's the difference if it's the Kardashians? So this at least respects the audience and is a bit better thought out, because you can see the process that works. But what I don't want to see is the old 1980s way of trying to get like a celebrity endorsement and people thinking that this is going to convince us. First of all, I don't think it does. I really don't think it works.
I would agree. I think it's probably be a waste of money unless you're doing it specifically to sort of just raise awareness, to let people know if what you want to do is to let people know that such and such a brand exists.
Yes,
it may make sense in a way to deal with someone who it just commands a huge audience, but who may not be specifically relatable to your brand.
So if you know that there are a lot of people who like flat caps, I have my flat caps and I want more people to know about them, then I guess I will go and find like Fat Boy who has his hair is done up. He's not going to wear a flat cap because he spent money on your hair. You're not going to cover it with a flat cap. So, I'll say, I just dangle it in the background of your Instagram post and say, hey, Buzz flat caps. If you guys are balding, get a flat cap. Yeah. So the amplification angle works. But then even then, I like to see it done better.
Okay, so so what would you like to see in future? Because we can only expect that it's going to grow exponentially.
Yes.
So we're going to have to be dealing with more and more influencers. What would you like to see corrected aside from just the specifics of the messaging? Do you have any concerns about the quality of influencers we're generating?
What I'd like to see is not brands and commodities try to jump onto another person's fame and success and exploit that for their own ends. I want to see something which is created from the ground up with no other for no other purpose than influencing, selling things. The MCU, as we know, is the whole thing. 18 years of movies was nothing but a commercial. It was just there. Each movie was a commercial for the next movie. And the whole system was just there to sell merchandise, to make us buy T-shirts and more comic books and Netflix subscriptions.
For a short while, it was interesting, but now I feel like they've gone off the rails. They've lost the plot.
You got tired of the MCU?
Yes. It's like the stories are starting to seem more and more convoluted. I don't know.
That has made... Oh my gosh, what was the last?
Did you see the Thor? Love and Thunder?
I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to watch a movie when the people I trust say it sucks. I'm not going to. I know, because I love the last Thor, and I don't want it to get spoiled. So I'm not going to watch anything which I don't want things to get spoiled. But you can see what I mean. Yeah. These people designed a whole thing. We watched it. We were interested in it. It wasn't like you guys. They got Kylie Jenner to wear a Captain America T-shirt so that they can sell Captain America.
No. They sold on itself on its own merits.
And I think that is something that can work so well. I will literally sit there and follow and like and subscribe to this person who talks about money and investment and saving, and like really engage with this person. If they're interesting and I trust them, I'd do that even more readily than I would if they got a regular person who is just there, just happens to be famous, and that person is trying to tell me that get a bank account with this bank.
All right. Well, me personally, what I would like to see is just the rise of genuineness, where the influencers of the future are just people who are genuine, who have a good command of the issues that their followers are taking an interest in, and are thus able to communicate about specific services or products in a way that is genuine and that doesn't seem contrived. Because I think in so doing, you pressurize the companies to provide better services, because it means that, a highly influential person will refuse to speak about your product if it sucks, or your service. And for me, that would make me very happy if things moved in that direction.
That is pretty okay. It's like you just took what I said and you made it even sharper. Like you just sharpened. Because honestly, because in my mind, I was thinking of like a particular brand sitting down and saying, we are going to make an influencer for our own product. But now this whole industry gets a person who says, like they set themselves up and say, what I'm going to do is I am going to become an influencer in this industry. I'm going to be reliable. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be genuine, and I'm going to be informative. I'm going to build an audience, and then they will come to me, and I will have to approve what they say. So I know that me as the consumer, I'll just go and say, okay, who has the best flat caps? Let me ask so-and-so. Let me check out what so-and-so says. And I trust this person. No matter how much money they give them, they won't lie to me. And the thing is, like you said, it will pressure them to make good products, because say that, oh, listen, we can't just make something that is going to be sold. Right. We need to get something which that guy is going to co-sign. It has to be that good.
Well, Ernest Bazanye, thank you so much for speaking to us on Influencers Table today. Can you tell the people where they can find you if they want to follow your thoughts and your complaints about all the things that annoy you?
Oh, man, I really wish I was still...
You're on Twitter?
I am on Twitter. I wish I was still blogging. I would be plugging my blog. But yeah, follow me on Twitter at Bazanye. I was the first Bazanye on Twitter, so there is no underscore. There are no numbers.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so at Bazanye on Twitter. Go ahead and follow him and interact with him. He's definitely a very entertaining and, someone who gives you a lot to think about. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Influencers Table. It's been proudly brought to you by Pulse Uganda, and you're listening to your number one station, RX Radio. I am Fat Boy. Stay tuned.